Hockey 605 here with Dave Manis, who is the co-director of Team South Dakota. Tell us a little bit about the program, if you would.
Well, Team South Dakota started 6 years ago, and we are a Tier 2 classification. And our goal is to take the top 18 skaters and the top 2 goalies in the state at that age level and play a preseason schedule in September and October, and then go to the national tournament, USA Hockey Nationals. It's usually the first week of April.
It's only 6 years old, the program here?
Our program, yeah. USA Hockey made a decision a few years back to change the way they did national tournaments, and they gave everyone a chance to compete at nationals based upon a formula on registered players per state.
And it just, we're doing pretty well for just having a 6-year-old program.
Yeah, our teams have done really well. Two of the last 4 years, our U16 team have won their part of the bracket in the tournament. And last year, our 14s in New Jersey got runner-up.
Yeah, it was. We were excited following that. So, now, how many kids are you looking for? The top? How many in each age division?
We can only roster 20 kids, so we're looking at 18 skaters and 2 goalies per team. So we try to get all these kids to come to the state development camp, which is in Mitchell this year. I think it's the first week of April, or the second week of April, and then we will have our tryout in coordination with the state development camp.
Now, this year it's 14 and 16U, right?
Yeah, this year we only have the 16 team.
Okay.
We don't have a 14 team because of not really a conflict, but there's a AAA program that started in Sioux Falls, a junior stampede.
Okay.
And they took some of our players.
Okay. So it's going to take a while for that to sort out.
Yeah, and it's fine. We support the AAA program. It gives the better kids a chance to play at a higher level, and that's what our program is about: is development and pushing kids.
And giving those kids that want to go further as far as they possibly can opportunity.
We give them the opportunity, and the AAA program is on top of ours, and that just gives the kids a chance to go a little further and play against the top kids in the country.
So now we run into you at tournaments quite a bit here. Where all do you go to find these and identify these players? I'm sure they don't just come out of the woodwork and identify themselves.
No, we try to go out. Scott Riddle is my co-director out of Watertown, and we try to go out and watch as many games as we can, say at Bantam and PeeWee level, and hopefully, we see something. We also will talk to the coaches in the state to get an idea of who their best players are and who they think the best players in the state are. And the last couple of years, we've had a pretty high success rate of getting the best kids to come to the camp at least.
If you create a watch list at those younger ages and make sure you keep an eye on those kids, right?
Definitely. That's why I've been out here all weekend watching the PeeWee age kids.
And there's some great skaters here.
And, it's very entertaining. It's been a really good weekend for Sioux Falls to be able to entertain these teams here, yeah.
Now, Dave, you've been around hockey for a while, quite a bit longer than I have. One of the things that we're noticing, there's more and more facilities going up and planned across the state. That's a big impact for hockey in South Dakota, right?
Most definitely. It's huge. Kids have the access to the ice. They'll become better skaters by nature. When I was growing up, there was a lot of outdoor rinks. And I grew up in Minneapolis with the city park system, and it wasn't more than like 8 blocks from any ice rink. And that's where kids went. That's how we learned to skate, by either jumping on a pond or jumping on a city ice rink.
And we're seeing more year-round ice. That makes a difference?
Big difference. And Sioux Falls will explode. Brookings has had the ice, and now Mitchell is running through their first year with ice all year. And watching the Mitchell kids this weekend, it has helped them immensely.
And so I think we're seeing the numbers, from everyone I've talked to, we're seeing the numbers of skaters going up.
I can only speak for Sioux Falls, but I know the numbers of skaters in Sioux Falls has gone up quite a bit the last year.
So we've got more kids that want to skate, more people that have hockey experience, it seems, that are willing to coach, right?
Our pool is still a little shallow, but every so often someone moves to town who may have been a Division I hockey player or Division II someplace, and maybe they have a job as a doctor, lawyer, a pharmaceutical rep or something. But yeah, we're getting those people moving in, and it's benefiting the program in Sioux Falls for sure.
Yeah. Well, as we get more people, more facilities, more skaters, more coaches, the program's going to grow. The next step seems to me to be working with getting more referees.
Yeah, and I think that's a sore spot with a lot of locals. I know Watertown does a nice job of trying to bring young kids in and develop them and mentor them. And I think it's worked well for them. And I think that's something that the state needs to take a serious look at again at the spring meeting.
Yeah, because without the referees, there is no game, right?
We have no game without them. Yeah, we absolutely need them.
All right, so this is our call out for more referees, and we'll be continuing to make that call. Just wanted to get your input on it.
Yeah, I think it's important. I know it's a tough job. They do get paid a little bit, and for some it may not be what they think they should be getting paid for what they have to deal with on the ice. But as they become more experienced and understand the nuances of the game, the rest will get better. Our level of play is getting much better, and I think our level of refereeing lacks a little bit, but it's getting better.
Well, and one of the things we'll be looking at Hockey 605 is how does the pay for referees compare to other sports pay for referees? See if we can do a little looking at that.
And that would be a fair comparison, I think. Yeah.
Because a lot of the officials out there are cross-sport officials, and if we can teach them how to skate.
Well, yeah, and a lot of them, listen, and most of them don't do it for the money. Most of them do it because they love the game and they want to find a way to give back. And that's where, kids that are seniors in high school now or are out of high school a couple years in college, it'd be a great way for them to give back and to make a little money.
Yeah, make a little money to pay for their skates. Next pair, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, Dave, next event that's coming up for Team South Dakota is what?
We won't really do anything with Team South Dakota till probably the end of February. We'll start planning practices. And I think between the state varsity tournament and national tournaments, there's only one weekend this year. So we'll have
caught us off guard last year.
Some sort of scrimmage or practice the week before nationals, and then the kids will head off for Dallas. We'll try to bring in someone, maybe to Sioux Falls, for a scrimmage that weekend to get the kids acclimated to one another and up to speed again.
All right. Well, keep us up to date, if you would, on Team South Dakota. It's a program that's near and dear to our hearts, and I'm looking forward to learning more about what's going on for the girls too.
Well, that I don't know much about, but we'll have to delve into that a little bit as well.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you, and I thank you and Randy for what you're doing with Hockey 605. It's a great resource for us, and we appreciate it.
Well, we love being here. We love to watch these kids play.
Thanks.
Thanks.